What's up, goodies? Welcome back to your girl channel and to my kitchen, How to Cook. And today we're making oven baked, fall off the bone barbecue ribs, fast, easy, and simple. Make sure you subscribe goodie if you have not, and turn on the post notifications so you won't miss an upload. After all, I'm a returning goodie, and I don't know some love or not. Are ready for cook? Come on, let's cook.
Look what prayer can do. Hypocrite and bad mind must flow. The same mouth would cheer for you, and the same one them would turn round and boo. Yeah, prayer me I use and win. Prayer me I use and win.
Okay, goodies, let's jump right into this recipe. Now, you're going to need foil paper here, right? Now, how you want to place your foil paper is have one going flat on bottom, then two on top, crisscross. Basically, you're looking for this thing to look like a cross, right? So that way your juices don't leak out. Now I'm using my pork ribs here. This is what was recommended for the recipe. So we're doing pork ribs today. Now this is what you want to do. You want to go ahead and release the bottom part. That little thick part on the bottom of the meat. You want to go ahead and release that. Take it off. And then we're going to season. Now what I'm going to do is start seasoning from the bottom. Really give it flavor from the bottom. Now, what I'm using here is some yellow mustard here, and then I'm going to add some honey mustard to the recipe as well. Now, you could skip one and use one, but for me, because me extra, I'm going to go ahead and use two. Now, all I'm doing here is just putting on the honey mustard and the regular mustard, plain regular mustard, and just rub it all under the bottom portion of the ribs here. Now, I didn't remember if I told you guys when I started, make sure you wash your meat nice and clean. We do not cook unclean, unwashed meat in a kitchen. Make sure you wash it, right? Now, after you've done that, you want to go and turn it on the other side. Go back again and add the honey mustard and the regular plain mustard on top of your beef. Whether you're doing beef ribs or whether you're doing barbecue ribs, same thing. Let's go ahead and just place it on there, and as you could see, because me extra, right, we went ahead and add even additional more of the honey mustard on there. Honey mustard will get that little sweet taste, and then the plain regular mustard will get that little tangy taste. Combination of explosion, honey. Okay, now what we're going to do here is go ahead and season the meat. So I'm adding a little bit of salt here. I'm not adding too much because the seasons of choice will have salt in it. So I don't want to over salt this thing, right? Now, to the salt, I'm just going to go ahead and add some black pepper. Y'all, I will definitely try to list everything that I'm using here for the recipe, all right? There's no guarantee, no goodie, because when it thumbs up the videos, them say you're going to motivated to put anything down below. And that's on period. Go ahead and show some love, all right? Now, I did add some onion and garlic powder here. Get a thing mad amount of flavor, right? Because your girl is all about flavor, so flavor we're going to do right here, right? Now, since I'm using pork today for the recipe, I decided to use this particular pork season that I found in the farmer's market. I like it, but you have to be very careful when using it because it does have extra salt in it. Now I'm going to use this barbecue ribs here. It's good for chicken, fish, anything that you're putting on the grill. You could use this particular barbecue sauce. It does have a lot of flavor. And I am going to use some chili powder to it. Sprinkle that bad boy upon it. And after the chili powder, I did go in and add some paprika. The paprika of choice today is smoked paprika, but if you don't have that, just go with whatever you have. I did go in and add an excess amount of that as well as some dried pepper flakes. This is totally optional, but we're going to give it a little bit of pop, right? So go ahead and add that to it. Now, because I am Jamaican, I decided to use this Maggi season here, but of course you could substitute that out and add whatever seasonings of choice. Just make sure that your thing have flavor, all right? Flavor. And no, you could never go wrong with too much season. Season up your meat. Now I did go in and add some brown sugar here, brown cane sugar to be exact. About 2 tablespoons of that, because the flavor we are talking about, right? Then I went and add some dried parsley flakes to it, just for strictly, you know, because once again, like I said, you know, you guys probably already know that your girl extra in the kitchen. So that's why I add some extra parsley flakes on that bad boy, okay? Because you want to be sure that this thing is tasting some kind of way. I'm going to add a few pieces of cloves here. Now, if you have powdered cloves, you want to use about a half teaspoon of that because it's really, really strong. So I went ahead and had that. Then added some unsalted butter here, exactly about 4 tablespoons. If you're making a bigger ribs, you might need some more, right? But yeah, 4 was good enough for me right here, and that was it. I went ahead and covered this up nice and tight. Whatever you do, make sure that you lock in the steam here. Now your oven needs to be at a 350 degrees of heat. You want to put it in a preheated oven only and make this thing bake up, right? It does take about an hour and a half to 2 hours at that 350 because me like everything tender, right? Now, after about an hour and a half, I still had about a half an hour left. I took it out the oven, unwrapped it, and I did had the barbecue sauce, all right? Now, as far as your barbecue sauce is concerned, you could use whatever kind of a barbecue sauce that you choose to use in your kitchen, whatever you like. Me just went for one regular one I'm finding at the supermarket. But just go ahead and use whatever kind of a barbecue sauce you like. Now, be sure that you guys are thumbsing up this video because it's an A for effort, you know. So your girl, I'll bring this one today. So go ahead and thumbs it up, all right? Because when you thumbs it up, YouTube see you like it, and it push it through into a wider audience, and the channel will grow and the video will grow. Like I was saying before, that is a barbecue sauce of choice. It tastes nice, yeah. So it's nice on chicken, that's for sure. So I just went ahead and just shizzle my nizzle all over it. And as you can see, your girl was generous. Me never measure nothing because barbecue sauce never go wrong ever. It's better you have more than less. So I went ahead and just make sure that this thing was spreaded all over this goodness here. I did turn my fire down though for the remainder of the half an hour next. Turned it down to 325 degrees this time, right? So after I've done that, I went ahead and sprinkle some more of the parsley. Why? Because my extra, right? So I went ahead and do that. And then this is what I did next. Before I put it in the oven, I wanted to be sure that once I fold the meat back in the foil, that it wasn't clinging on the top of the meat because I never wanted to disturb the barbecue sauce, right? So I went ahead and just kind of tighten it, but not too tight. Still give it a little bit of hair because if you tighten it too much, it's going to sweat and the barbecue sauce is going to disappear, run off. Put it back in the oven for another 30 minutes. Come back again. It was all done. So it did take about 2 hours of cooking time. Yes. Nice. Smelling good, feeling good, looking good, just like a girl, right? Just like me, okay? Let me tell you something. This is so easy to make. Of course, I like to make I like my recipes done different ways. I could be doing the same recipe, but I do them differently all the time. And this is one of those recipes that I kind of switch things around, and it tastes just as good. It is fabulous, y'all. Be sure that you give this recipe a try with a period beep beep at the end, okay? Don't forget to give this recipe a try. You are going to love it. When I tell you this thing is tender, honey, this thing is tender, falling off the bone in that particular order. Look at this. There is no get around this. This is no ordinary business. Look at how that meat just comes right off the bone, y'all. It is so tender, filled with flavor. It smells amazing. And of course, if you don't want to go pork, because not everyone likes pork, you can go beef. Go ahead and use your meat of choice, boo. But it is going to be tender, juicy, nice and brown like me. Yes, boo. Yes. And yeah, just make sure that you share this good recipe, right, with all your friends and family. Now, don't forget to tell the man up the street, tell the girl down the road. Share the good love here. Share it on your social media pages. Share it on your Instagram. Share it. Just go ahead and share the recipe. Don't be selfish. Spread the love, okay? The love is so appreciated. When you get done doing all of that, tell me where you want to see me cook next in my kitchen. And remember, as always, from my kitchen to your kitchen, enjoy